Studying a language demands focus on four main aspects: reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Each of these aspects particularly demands specific practices and drills. However, at some point, every learner reaches a learning plateau. Learning plateau is when a foreign language learner feels like he or she stops making visible progress. That feeling when, despite your best efforts, the progress isn't just as rapid as when you first started. I've found that the best antidote to this is to challenge yourself to go a bit further than what you think you could achieve. My antidote came in the form of this book, News in Korean, written by TalktomeinKorean. Some of you might have already heard of them, as they are one of the most prominent YouTube channels teaching Korean since 2009. I too personally love them. This book is meant for intermediate to advanced Korean learners, focusing primarily on improving their reading skills. Okay, let's see what's inside the book. So this book contains a massive 50 news articles in Korean. They are further classified into social, science, culture, life, world, and health. I personally enjoy anything social and culture related simply because they give me insights on what it's like to live in Korea or to be a Korean. Okay, let's try looking into this. 한국 영화 이제 관객 수 1억 명 돌파는 고든. Take note that the book was published in 2015, so most of the articles were taken from 2014 news updates. On the upper right-hand corner, it'll tell you the track number of the audio recording by a Korean native. I usually start with that. I would try to listen to the audio file twice and see how much I could pick up.
한국 영화 이제 관객 수 1억 명 돌파는 거뜬. 영화진흥위원회 영화관 입장.
After that, I go on reading the article. Again, twice. No dictionary this time, not yet. Again, at that point, I don't understand 100%, and that's okay. I simply first check to what extent do I understand the article. How much of that did I get to comprehend without looking the words up? Were there context clues I could at least get a hint from? The illustrations on the book helped me so much in understanding the gist of the article. After reading through the article, I move on to the study notes. This is the best part about this book. It saves you time from looking up word by word in the dictionary. Plus, it includes an English translation. And believe me when I say, this is far from what Google Translate offers you. Not only that, what I like most about this is they identify collocations as well. Collocations are chunks of words that usually come together. It is always better to memorize and understand groups of words that sound natural in Korean, rather than memorizing random words and then trying to mix them up, not knowing that you already sound too foreign to a native Korean. In this section, I like highlighting words I want to remember or recall at a later stage of learning. When I get extra time, I look back at those lessons I already studied just to see if I could still remember those words I highlighted before. Towards the end of the section, the book provides a one-liner summary of the article. This is then followed by a short quiz. I swear, take time to answer the questions and you'll be on your way to becoming more fluent in writing and reading in Korean. So there you go. So who will benefit from this book, you ask? I would definitely recommend this book if, number 1, you want to challenge yourself and you would like to move up from intermediate to advanced. Number 2, if you want to work in Korea or any Korean related job, because this book will up your game in terms of learning formal vocabulary and grammar points. And number 3, if you want to learn the standard Korean before moving on to slangs and modern day Korean language. I hope this book review helps. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and Facebook at 5-Minute Korean. 감사합니다, 여러분. 다음에도 봬요.